Hey guys, as I promised, I'm gonna drop content for the Warrior Academy. And as I discussed previously on the videos, we are going to focus on set clear goals, right? I really believe that being more organized is really important, and setting clear goals, it is, in my view, on the top of your list of priorities. I want you to create this content really organically. So I just got up and I practiced meditation. And obviously, I got ready for this video. And this is what I want you to do as well. Get into that kind of routine that you're going to get up, practice meditation, and then you're going to follow that kind of ritual that is going to help you out when you're trying to brainstorm. I just want to make that clear because before I got to that position here, I already had a set of rituals that I practice, right? To put myself in the right mindset. So then I have brilliant ideas. So I'm going to talk more about those kind of rituals in future videos. So make sure that you drop a follow so you don't miss that out. But today's video and session for this Warrior Academy is all about setting up clear goals. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to document everything, right? Very nice and clear and very simple. And the way that I'm going to do that is just literally with the Warrior Academy, right? I'm starting this academy to help you as an entrepreneur not to make the same mistakes that I did back in the days, but not just that, to help you to be more mentally in the moment, to help you have more creative ideas, to help you to set up a business in the right way, and to help you to be as much more creative as you can, to have a lot more ideas as you can, and also to improve your personal life and your entrepreneur life all at the same time. So it's very important that if you're watching this video, that you follow every single advice that I tell you. That is not like something that you should skip. No, you should follow every single advice, because if you don't, then this is going to set you on the wrong foot moving forwards with the next advices and next videos that I tell you, or what you should be following and the things that you should be doing. Okay, so you've got this, right? Don't miss out any steps. You gotta do every single step of the way, because I promise you, in the end of the day, you will be a super entrepreneur, and that is going to help you out moving forwards with your even professional life as well, not only entrepreneur's life. Because entrepreneurs are really professional and highly skilled individuals, because we have to do so many tasks every single day, and that is really, really helpful in any professional job, right? We could be doing any kind of job, if that makes sense, because we've been doing so many different types of jobs at the same time every single day. That really helps us to be a super skilled individual and a super agile and a flexible, skilled professional entrepreneur, because that's what we are. I'm taking the Warrior Academy as an example, but I do that pretty much with anything. But I just want you to use that because I want you to understand from the very beginning how I brainstorm the ideas, right? And then again, very clear. You don't need a lot of information, you don't need a lot of crowded stuff. Because in the end of the day, if you're really passionate about something, you will know your stuff, right? So if you write something down and then you forgot about it, then it's likely that you shouldn't be working with it, right? You need to be sharp, you need to be in the moment. And this is what I said earlier, meditation is definitely going to help you to get more awareness, more concentration. And it's something that I teach as well on a different channel. But let's focus on this setting clear goals right now, because it's very important that it started off really well. So what I do myself when I'm brainstorming, I tended to make sure that everything's super clean, right? You gotta have your goal. You already have your goal. I'm not gonna try to help you out on, how you're gonna find your goal, because there are tons of videos out on the internet. We're just gonna, move forwards as you're already an entrepreneur, you already have an idea, you're already passionate about something. And so you will set up very clear goal. So what we do first is always start, in this sense, I'm going to start with the Warrior Academy. So right now, I don't really know. This is really organic. As I said, I just got this paper sheets that I will use as a whiteboard, because back in the days I used to have a whiteboard in Berlin, and now I don't have that, obviously, because I just moved back to the UK. And so I need to improvise, and this is what you need to do as well. Improvise. Maybe you don't have that. It can work on A4. It can work on your iPhone. It can work on your Android. It can work on your computer. Just improvise. I am in a position where I could get this. So then if you can, you do it. But if you can't, just improvise. Always make sure that you improvise in trying to do the same thing in different ways that is not going to cost you any money, or it's going to be super affordable. So you get this paper, because my living situation is not ideal, so I really need to stay very focused, and I really need something that is going to help me to get back to it if I get a bit distracted. So in a way, I'm going to force myself to set up clear goals in a way that I will not going to get distracted with things that are trying to distract me, if that makes sense. So if your living conditions is perfect, if you have no distractions, maybe you don't really need that, because, you can make a small note and you can go in it and just follow up, and then it's going to be super clean and easy, and you're not going to get distracted. And so in my situation, I need to make sure that I need to put all my attention to that, because then I'm fully aware that I have something to fall back to. And so what we're going to do, I don't really know how much I should write down. So let's say maybe I should write down what is the main thing that I want to work on. Is just the Warrior Academy, right? I thought maybe I should do it in the middle of the paper, but maybe I should do it on the top and then kind of break everything down. Again, be creative. What is the best way? I'm still thinking maybe I just put it in the center, and then I can kind of freestyle a little bit more, just kind of be a bit more kind of flexible and do more random stuff. Or I should actually go and just have a bit more structure. I'm still not sure, right? But what I'm going to do is just take a couple of seconds here. And in fact, I'm not going to even use this marker. So again, this is super organic, right? We are doing this together. I'm going to do the first one, because this is going to be the first paper that I'm going to work on. And if it's something if I make a mistake, I can kind of erase it and then just do it again. So this is the first one. So let's kind of get a little bit more kind of comfortable writing on that paper. And if there is a mistake, I can rewrite it, and then I can consolidate it with the marker afterwards. Okay, so I think I'm going to be a bit more kind of creative, right? I'm going to write in the middle. So there you go, done. In the middle, Warrior Academy. And that is my center of attention. And when I'm trying to brainstorm, I'm going to read it and I know what I have to think about. So this is going to give you a clear vision of your goal. This is my goal. I want you to develop the Warrior Academy. So, what is the reason why I'm doing that? I want to help entrepreneurs to become overall more professional, have more ideas, and help them not to make the same mistakes that I did when I was younger. And so they can even be more successful and they can do the right things so they don't waste money, they don't waste time. And I just want to give value to the community as well because I've got a lot of knowledge and I feel that I need to, exchange that knowledge and connect with people. And so this is my goal. This is the reason why I'm doing that. So I'm always going to know that, right? So this is what you need to do. You don't need to write everything down. My goal is this, my goal is that. You should know, right? What it's your reason. Why are you doing it? Why are you passionate about it? Do you have experience on the topic, right? What is your vision? What is your goal? You should always know that by heart. So if someone, why are you doing the Warrior Academy? I'm going to go straight in and tell them because it's just genuine. It's just, it is organic. It is what it is. I know what I'm doing. It's from experience. It's from passion. It's from knowledge. It's from years of working as an entrepreneur. So I don't need to write more information. And this is what's important. When you're doing something as an entrepreneur, you should know your stuff. You need to be really confident. Until you don't get to the point of knowing it, I wouldn't advise you to do that. That makes sense. Because you really have to be sure. You really have to be confident. You really need to know what you're doing, what you're talking about. And as you can see, this is not scripted. I'm doing as I go because I have knowledge on the topic. I have experience on the topic. I know what I'm talking about, right? And so you have to get to that position that you're so driven, so passionate that once you write Warrior Academy, you know your stuff, okay? So then what we're going to talk about today is what it is set clear goals. So now I'm going to actually write it down. What is the first topic? I'm going to bring it even on the top here. So set top left, actually. Set clear goal. I actually made a mistake because this paper has a place where you have to cut it off. So that was a good that I used this. So I can kind of fix it after. So there you go, set clear goals. And we are already doing that project right now. And what I want to talk about is short-term goal and long-term goal. We're going to stick with short and long-term only, right? Short and long. Remember, short, which is something that you have to do faster. Long-term goal, something that is going to be within a couple of years or even a year time. You set your short and long-term goal. It doesn't have to be a couple of years or a year. It could be also short-term is a week, short-term goal, and then, maybe a month, long-term goal, depending on your idea, depending on what you're working on. But I tend to always look into it as a short-term goal, giving a couple of months, and then I like to give a couple of years as a long-term goal. I like to just really go for like very long term, because I already have my ideas. I already have everything what I want to do with my life. So those things are very long term, right? It's for the rest of my life. Let's put it that way, because I already know what I'm going to do for the next couple of years. So it is very much very long term goal for the rest of my life, essentially. So if that's what you're going to do, then again, you can do the same thing that I do, just short term, months, long term, years, couple of years. That makes sense. And so you're always going to look into this kind of setting the goals, the clear goals in a short and long term kind of vision. Okay, so then I'm going to write it down. So short and long-term goal. Yeah, so this is what it's really important, that when you're working on something, that you set up a plan on how you're going to work on that idea. I really like to use the Scrum method. So once you know what you're going to do, let's say we are going to work on an idea together. This is surrounding meditation. So then we're going to have a short-term goal, and maybe let's just pretend that you need to find people, and we want to teach them meditation, so you need to find them. How are you going to find them? This is the short-term goal. You need to find it now. The long-term goal, within that kind of narrative with that idea, which is find people to practice meditation. Let's say that we found people to teach them meditation. Then the long-term goal is how we're going to keep these people happy, and that you can, have this kind of system that they can stay, we can retain them, and so we can have long-term customers. And so this is the short and long-term goal. So everything has a beginning, and we have to kind of have a transition on how we're going to be dealing in that sense with customers that want to practice meditation. Okay, so this is just an example. So it could be anything, right? Just take into your niche and make sure that you are structuring everything as a short and a long-term goal, right? So then we are moving to the Scrum technique. So if the idea that you're talking about will be really challenging and it will take a long time to develop, then it's really important to break it down into steps. And right now I'm going to just come here and write a Scrum. So break down the ideas. So again, we want to teach your customers meditation. Then the short term is finding them. The long-term goal is to retain those customers. So we can use the Scrum technique to break all of that journey down. So journey 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. Let's just put it that way. And then you're going to just breaking every single step, 1 to 10. And this is going to be a lot more manageable. And it's going to also be easier to scale that as well. And especially if you're starting it out, you don't have a lot of capital, you don't have a lot of resources. So you have to have that sense of you cannot do everything at the same time. So just break it down. First, you start with how you're going to find the customers. And then the second stage is possibly how you're going to work on marketing. That's relatable to find the customers. And then, the third stage, you're going to work on social media content. The fourth stage is going to try to kind of have your own website and system that's connected with the social media that you can, send to your customers from the social media to your website. And then, maybe fifth stage, you can have some sort of meditation classes that is scheduled on a website, and moving forwards towards the end of that goal that you set with clear goals and clear intentions. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. And that is the first class, setting up clear goals. I hope you understood it. Try to watch it again. If you got any questions, and you can also ask me on social media, or even drop me an email as well. And so remember, it's really simple. There you have it. This is the basic structure that you need to use when you're starting a project, or even a mini project, or starting to develop something. You just always come up to that kind of strategy that's very basic, is very simple, and it's really easy to manage, right? So take that and apply in any idea, in any business idea, or in any project you're going to work on, that you're going to be very successful. And then again, have clear vision, set clear goals, divide that into short and long-term goals. Use the Scrum technique just to break everything down. And there you have it. This is a very simple way that you can already start coming up with ideas right now and implement this strategy. And then you're going to go down on the description down below and let me know how it went. How did it go? Was it effective? It was easy to kind of digest and brainstorm and have ideas. Was it easy to implement as well? Share with me how did it go, because I really need to know if it worked, and if it didn't work, also give a feedback down below. But I'm confident if you really follow that strategy, you're going to start it off really, really well. And that's going to serve as a roadmap for you to set up clear goals. And it is literally that simple. And don't forget to go on socials and follow the channels and share your journey on socials as well. That would be really, really helpful, because once again, we are creating this entrepreneur community together. We have to exchange feedback and information, and that is going to be amazing. Thanks for being part of the Warrior Academy, and see you on the next video.